Oh man. Okay, is it working? I can't even tell. I don't even know. Because there is an ad playing. Alright, ad. Come on. Come on. Oh no. I don't want to listen to myself. Come on. Oh no. I don't want to listen to myself. Come on. Oh no. I don't want to listen to myself. Come on. Oh no. I don't want to listen to myself. Okay, you guys can see me. Can you hear me? Is it a good audio level? Excellent. Okay. No echoes. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to make you guys slow mode because dang, I'm gonna feel bad for the mods if I don't. So there's that. Everybody's like, no, slow mode. Why? I'm sorry. Slow mode helps a lot. It's the truth. Okay. We're still 10 minutes out. I'm just testing, making sure everything's working. So I'm glad that the sound is working. And I put on slow mode. So we're gonna see how this is all going. I'll slow your mode. Hilarious. Oh, by the way, I'll say this again later, but if ever there's a moment during this that you guys think would be a hilarious highlight, because I feel like overall it's probably not going to be worth it to upload the whole thing to Press Heart, but if there are really good highlights, like, feel free to let me know the timestamps and I'll put those up if people want them. Just so you guys know. This is slow mode. This is slow mode. You guys, there's so many of you. Thank you so much for being here already. This is so crazy. Why am I not live? Not live. What is the word I'm looking for? Wide. Why am I not widescreen? This is strange. Let's see if I can fix that. Can I fix that? Oh, I might not be able to fix it now that I'm live. Why? Why do I do these things? Chat won't load. Do you guys know? Why this wouldn't be in widescreen? Not that it matters all that much. It's not like it's going to take away from the quality that is this 12-hour live stream, but the audio is out of sync. Dang it. Oh, my fellow TGSers might be able to help me out right now. The garbage truck is really loud outside. It's because I'm a square. Excellent. Well done. Good joke. I liked it. XSplit. Yes. It sounds like pandemonium in my house right now because there's the garbage truck that's so loud. And then my roommates are all yelling at each other. I'm just like, what's happening? What is happening outside of my room? I don't know. Just gonna have to imagine it. Oh my gosh, there's so many of you watching right now! Hi! I'm so excited. I just looked at the view count. Wait! Oh gosh, guys, we can say that we're playing a game. What are we playing? Oh, fine. Fine, I'll say I'm not playing. Fine, that's fine. That would have been hilarious to me, though. Okay, right? Oh, okay. I was not paying attention. Right click the camera, configure video capture format. Configure video capture format. Output size. Boom! Boom! Oh, you guys are the best. Uh, what do we want to be, guys? There's so many options at our fingertips. Can I do this? Wait. Yes. Glorious victory is ours. So happy. The dudes in the TGS chat making it all happen. And Cody Davies has informed me that I am playing the Game of Thrones, in which I win or I die. Oh my gosh, you guys, the new Game of Thrones game, the forums lied to me. The forums straight up lied to me. They told me that it was a good game, and it had the potential, there was potential there. But it's not, I don't know. It was not everything that I needed it to be. That's all I'm trying to tell you right now. What is happening outside? Oh, it's Mike. Mike! Oh, he's gone. Bye. Dang it. I try to be an obnoxious roommate. Sometimes it doesn't pan out. Sometimes all of my efforts go unrewarded. Have I played Pokemon Black and White? Wait. I don't have it. I don't own Pokemon Black or Pokemon White. But I played Black. Oh. So many games that I wind up like, I'm gonna buy this, and then somebody I know has it, so I just play theirs. And if it doesn't make my mind just bleed rainbows, then I don't buy it. If the picture is frozen, feel free to refresh. Also, sometimes I just stare out into space, so if it seems like I'm frozen, I might not actually be frozen, it might just be me going... And then you're like, whoa, was that frozen? It wasn't. It wasn't. It was just me. Just me being me. XSplit. Oh man, we're close, guys. We're like 2 minutes out. We're like 2 minutes out. Just like creepily smiling, reading the chat. That's part of the problem with this is that I can see myself. Like I can pop the chat out so that I can just see the chat, but I like knowing whether like I like being able to check in and see if it's frozen. Or see if for some reason, I'm just not streaming anymore, because that happens on the TGS podcast all the time. So, I'm able to see myself when I'm being a creep, is what I'm saying. Kerbal Space Program? I've never even heard of that. 1 minute left, guys! Ah! Ah! It is noon. It is noon. Welcome! Welcome to my 12-hour live stream. Thank you guys so much for showing up and hanging out with me. This isn't like a super structured thing at all. It's just a thank you for helping me win King of the Web and for us being able to donate so much money to water.org and all that. There are a bunch of you in there. Slow mode is on in the chat, so I'm sorry if it's still even then going too fast, but yeah, basically what everybody really wanted from this, for whatever reason, which I find hilarious, is I got a lot of requests for just like general, you know, just hanging out, like answering questions, like basically live coffee time sort of stuff, which I wind up doing on my streams anyway. And then also playing another one of the really janky Sherlock games. Those games are so fun. I played through, for those of you who didn't watch it, I played through all of Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper, which is a hilarious game. And there's another one that is lauded as the best of that entire collection, and it looks pretty special-tastic. So that's another plan in this. Trying to, oh yes, hold on. Would you guys like to be here while I tell JonTron? Okay, I was talking to Krender earlier on Skype, and he was like, I'm going to check in on your live stream at like 11 at night when you might be going slightly insane. I was like, okay, sounds good. And then I jokingly said, you should make me play League of Legends around that time, because that'll really push me over the edge. It'll make me like super cray. And then we decided that it should actually be a thing. That at some point during this, not when there's only an hour left, that's silly. With an hour left, I'll probably just stop playing if I happen to be playing a game, and we'll just, like, coffee all the way out. But, but we were saying that we're going to try to do Krender, JonTron, and I playing League of Legends because they play a ton, and I literally haven't played since my 24-hour live stream, which was like a year ago, over a year ago. It's ridiculous. So, okay, hold on. JonTron, we're hey-telling you right now. Hey, JonTron! I'm on my live stream right now, and I'm hey-telling you, asking you if you are free today because we want to play League of Legends. You're gonna kill me. But let me know, and I will be playing your response on the stream, so be as offensive as possible. Okay, bye! There we go. Done. It happened. Okay, so yeah, just gonna hang out for a little bit. Mike is gonna be going to Blizzard today, I think, so he won't be around for a while. Ro, I'm not sure what she's up to, but I didn't like plan out any special guests or anything like that. It's just gonna be it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a fancy, fantastic thing. So, welcome. That was a year ago? I know. It was, yeah, it was forever ago. I was looking at, wait, let's look, hold up. If we look at April, it was last April. It was so long ago. You guys, I haven't live streamed on here in forever. It's been so long. This is ridiculous. And there are so many more of you now. My goodness. Oh my gosh, there are 7,000 of you watching me right now. What? The clock behind me. No, the clock behind me is stopped and has been stopped for a really long time. Because, okay, the clock is very loud. Those of you who've been watching me for a long time, you will remember the sound of the clock. When you hear it, you can't unhear it, and then for the rest of the video, you're just listening to that clock. And whenever I would edit my videos, I would hear it, and it would drive me insane. So it turned into a thing where whenever I would film, I would take the batteries out of the clock, right? And then one day, I just never put them back in. It's not that the clock doesn't work, it's that I got sick and tired of taking the batteries out every single time I needed to film, which was literally every day. So I keep thinking to myself, I'm going to get a clock that's silent eventually. And it just hasn't happened. So I just leave it up there. It's just dead. It's just hanging out there. It's wonderful. Shame on me. Shame on me for not putting batteries back in the clock. It's a loud clock. It's kind of helpful to me when I'm trying to fall asleep. When I'm trying to film, it is distracting. And when I'm trying to edit, it is distracting. I'm like, I don't even know what I said just then. What am I talking about? Am I talking about a video game? I don't know, because all I can hear is this clock. This clock is so obnoxious. But it's green. I have a soft spot in my heart places for green. So, what can you do? What can you do, guys? Dodger, there's a new type of plop? Tell me more. And now I have to wait for a response. Or I could just look it up. Wait, guys, apparently there's a new type of plop. This is new plop flavor. Let's find out. Plop, the Wikipedia article. Yes. Oh, it doesn't have anything! Oh, man. Are you drinking coffee? I am. In my fancy Tetris mug. There's hella coffee in here. Oh my gosh. I feel like my favorite mugs continue to break, and it is so sad. Just waterfalls of tears. The keep calm and drink coffee mug is like leaking in the bottom. So I need to fix it. I'm so sad. I was like, what? Oh, that's the mug that I was going to use for today. And then I was realizing that there was water all over the counter. I don't understand. It wouldn't have been water, it would have been coffee. That's why I paused for so long, because I was thinking to myself, that wasn't water. That was coffee. That was a silly misspeak. But the coffee, because there was so little of it, it was like kind of see-through. So in my mind, when I was recalling the image of it, it looked like water to me. I don't know. There's no excuse. There's no excuse for mixing up water and coffee. There's none. I'm just trying. I'm trying desperately to make myself seem intelligent. Like, super intelligent. Oh, I just realized that I don't have my... Ah! Hey, no message from John! Wait, wait! No! Don't talk! No! Stop! Hold up!
What's up? All those Latina boys and girls. Schroeder and Davis and I think like the whole crew from TGS are coming to film this my next episode.
No!
At 1 p.m. So I don't really have. This is really bad timing on your
No!
part. But after they're done, I guess I could play a game. Yes.
Good. That's it. That's really all that I need to say. Man, everything is going on right now. Every time I do something, I feel like there's like a flood of messages from people saying, "Why are you doing this when this other thing is going on?" But there's always that other thing going on, you know? Like, Dodger, don't you know DreamHack is going on right now? Like, I know. But any other time there would have been something happening. Dodger, don't you realize this is VidCon weekend? What about Anime Expo? What are you doing right now? Don't you realize there's this thing? I know. But that doesn't mean that we can't power through and survive like champions. That's what needs to happen. So if you couldn't understand that, I actually have no idea if you were able to understand what he said. But I guess Warp Zone is helping him do a video at like 1. So he won't be able to play a game until later, possibly, depending on how his schedule works out. So we'll see. We'll see. What was your least favorite part in Game of Thrones? I can't say that. Spoilers, dude. Spoilers. I would not. I no. I'm not even gonna discuss. I won't discuss anything about Game of Thrones right now. Also, I found it hilarious that so many people did not get my Women of the Night's Watch joke. Although I realized that that's a term. The Ladies of the Night is a term that most likely not everybody knows. So I'll cut you guys some slack. I'll cut you guys some slack. Ladies of the Night are prostitutes. So Women's of the Night's Watch being a Game of Thrones joke about prostitutes. It made sense to me. It made sense in my mind when I made the joke. And then what you didn't see was me laughing at myself, like thinking my joke was so funny, laughing at myself. I had to edit all of that out because it was like, oh man, why did I think that was so funny? I don't know. Sometimes there are things that I do while I'm filming that make me like, I like start crying. I'm laughing so hard. I'm like, that wasn't funny. That was not funny. But there was something about the timing and the fact that it happened that just kills me. And I can't. Yeah. There's no pride in laughing at yourself. There's absolutely no pride in thinking that you are funny. It's like, no. It doesn't. You don't get any cred for that. Oh man. Do I have any mods? I do. I have one. Wait, is she let's find out if she's messaging me and telling me that it's not working. It doesn't hurt to check. Find out. Sorry, give me just a second. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I got dragged into the world of instant messaging for just a second there. But now we're good. Um yeah. So, shall we chat about things? One of the night should be really easy to figure out. I know, man. I know, right? Dude, somebody okay. Somebody in my video where I asked for like questions had such good questions. My mind was blown. Yaku to the Mo was your name. I don't know how it's actually supposed to be pronounced, but or if you're supposed to pronounce it. That's the tricky thing about screen names. So you're like, I don't know if this is like a thing that a human should be able to say. I'm really not positive, but it had a lot of really good questions going on, so I have all of those written there as like backup, awesome backup questions that can happen at some point. What did I think of the grits? Okay, so grits taste like nothing. I never told you guys how I felt about Southern cooking while I was in South Carolina. So grits. Everybody was like, you have to try grits. But here's the problem. Nobody told me that grits are the type of food that you're supposed to like put other food inside of. So there was just this weird little bowl that looked like like a bumpy cappuccino. And they just handed it to me and they were like, just, just eat a little bit. It doesn't taste like it. It's really, really bland. And I'm a fan of bland food, but I don't know. It wasn't what I wanted it to be. The texture was like just a little bit too mushy, and there wasn't any taste to latch onto. I was just like, I don't understand what the point is to eating this, you know? And then immediately, after I tweeted out that they tasted like nothing, and then immediately so many people who live in the South, or just people that eat grits a lot, were like, oh, you need to put bacon in it, or, oh, obviously you need to put cheese in it, or, oh, why didn't you put cinnamon in it? And I was like, what? There's so many things that you're apparently supposed to put in grits that I did not realize. So I need to try grits again, but with specific toppings, so I know what it actually tastes like. Man, South Carolina was a trip. That was the weirdest thing. Being in a tropical area like that blew my mind. Question for Dodger. You were just at Disneyland. What should be her first Disneyland ride ever if I'm taking my girlfriend? Oh my gosh. First Disneyland ride ever? That depends. I love really fast rides. I love roller coasters. Not everybody does. Mike doesn't go on roller coasters because, like, if you watched him jump out of a plane, you know exactly why he doesn't go on roller coasters. But I love roller coasters. I could go on them all day. So, oh man, Star Tours. Star Tours or Pirates of the Caribbean. Those two, even though they redid Star Tours, well, they redid Pirates of the Caribbean a bit too. But those are the two rides that pretty much everybody they're they're like the Disneyland rides. Does that make sense? Like Pirates of the Caribbean is one of those rides where you're just like, this is so crazy. Like it's just been there forever. It's all animatronics that are really good. It's really long. All you do is sit in the boat and it just kind of like slowly guides you through and it's so cool. I love Pirates of the Caribbean. It's one of my favorite rides, but it's not like a ride. You know? It's not intense at all. It's just really slow and interesting and Star Tours they redid. It used to just be one possible ride on Star Tours, and I loved it. It was my favorite ride when I was little. And then they totally redid it so that there are like 60 something different possible trips that you can go on when you go on it. Like it's as though you're walking into a airport from Star Wars, from the Star Wars franchise. So they like take you to different places and things go wrong and it's so cool. Both of those rides are awesome and they're both really low impact, so they would be good like starting rides. But Pirates of the Caribbean rarely has a line. You can get on it really, really easily, whereas Star Tours, you typically have to wait forever because everybody knows that it is the dopeness. So, and both of those are inside of the Magic Kingdom, so you can be in the same park. You could do one right after the other, man. You could just actually, you know what you could do? Here's what you could do. You could go to Star Tours, get the fast pass because you can't if you get the fast pass, you can't immediately go on the ride, but you get to go in the like fast pass like special lane if you wait like a half an hour, I think, or 20 minutes. So you get the fast pass for Star Tours, you go to Pirates of the Caribbean, and then you come back and go on Star Tours. That's what you do. There it is. Boom. I just planned out the whole beginning of your Disneyland trip for you. You are so welcome. Right now, if Crisscross is watching me, he's like, no, no. Because he knows Disneyland by heart. He has been there so many times. He knows how to get everywhere, and it just blows my mind. Disneyland is huge. I don't understand. I've never been to Disney World, so there's that. When are you going when you get no line for pirates? Every time I've gone, there's been like barely any line for pirates. Like, not no line. It's not like you just walk onto it. But in comparison to other rides, easy mode, man. It's such easy mode. For me, I don't know. I've never had to wait very long for that ride in my life, I don't think. I haven't gone there a whole lot, but dude, Pirates is such a good ride. Oh my gosh. And here's the other thing that's awesome about Pirates is that you get on the boat. They have Okay, sorry. So there's a restaurant inside of the ride. So people can like come in and like eat food. But you're in the boat and you're like floating by them as they're eating. It's great because you can just like stare at people or wave at people and they're like trying to eat. But in your heart, you know that they made the choice to eat there and be right next to people who are on a pirate's ride. So I absolutely love that part because it's right when you take off, you're like floating by all these people who are just like enjoying their meal in the dark and you're just like, oh, oh hey. I love it. You could be so obnoxious. Oh my goodness. Question. Did you ever do the tattoos video you said you do like a year ago? No, because there is a very specific tattoo that I'm getting really soon. Okay. I know this was not part of the plan. This tattoo was not part of the plan because I was going to get my Mugen stripes and then do my tattoo video. So it would be, and I'm still planning on doing this, but I wanted to make a video of like me at the tattoo parlor getting the tattoo done, and then I would show you my other ones so you can see what it's like when I'm actually getting it, and then what they look like when they've actually healed. But I made the mistake of saying after I get my next tattoo, I will make a video. But this tattoo I decided I was getting like the day of. So it was not even in my radar. It was not even in my mind as like messing up what I had said I was going to do. So for my 200,000 video, I'm getting the Mugen stripes on my wrist. So I'm past 200,000. I'm planning on getting that like we're like days away. We're like days away from getting that. So that is something that's going to happen. I'm really sorry that I wound up lying on accident saying that I was going to do that video immediately after my next tattoo. But I really want to do, because this is like nothing to see. It's so small, and you can't even like I can't like you guys can't even barely see it. So this will be like one that you can actually see, and you can, if you watch Coffee Time, you can actually watch it heal, which would be weird. Oh, that's weird. You'll be with me while it's healing. My first tattoo that I got. Should I save this for the... No, because I'll just be showing them. My first tattoo that I got is the Hebrew Chai, and it's like right in the middle of my back. It's right on my spine. Everybody said it was going to hurt so bad. And I've never had a tattoo that really hurt. They always just feel like obnoxious. Like you just want to like itch it. It's like a pinchy feeling. So when I got this tattoo, nobody told me that it turns into a scab. I had no idea. So when the like tattoo scab started coming off, I freaked out because I thought something was wrong. I was like, oh no, I've ruined everything. Turns out it was totally fine. It's just that you're making a wound. When you get a tattoo, there's a wound there. So when the scab comes off, that's your actual tattoo. But if you pick at it, then there's going to be like discoloration. It won't be the right color. So whenever you see somebody's tattoo, if there's like spots where it's kind of faded, like very specific spots, not like the entire thing is faded, but like a blip, that's probably where the scab was accidentally pulled up or the person was picking at it, which is unfortunate. That actually already happened to this. The whole bottom of the USB, while I was on Nerdist yesterday, I hit my hand against the table, and that whole part just came off, and I was like, no! I was doing so well. I hadn't picked at it at all. I was just leaving it to its own device. You know what? While we're talking about this, because I'll forget otherwise, I'm gonna put some moisturizer on this bad boy. What? No, but I will be doing that tattoo video that I've been promising forever. But there's a very specific tattoo that I wanted to get before I did it. And this one was not on the docket of things to happen. So, is that a USB symbol tat? It is! Yes, sorry, I didn't specify that. I know that not all of you have been around for me explaining what this is. Yeah, it's the USB symbol on my finger. Got it because it's a technology symbol, and it also kind of looks like a tree, and it reminds me of home. It's like a good combo of all of those things. But when I went and did the calendar, when we did the cosplay calendar in South Carolina, everybody who worked on the project, the girls, the crew, everybody wound up getting this tattoo. For some reason, it was the most bizarre thing ever. Everybody's been likening it to the Fellowship of the Ring tattoo, which I don't think is applicable at all, because they did like a really long, arduous project together. We were together for a weekend. I don't regret it at all. I haven't had one day where I've regretted getting this tattoo, but it makes me laugh. Everybody's like, oh, it's kind of like the Fellowship of the Ring tattoo. And I'm like, no, it's nothing like the like. It is just in that there was a project and everyone got it, but it isn't in the amount of time, like the amount of connection that happened between people. So yeah, USB tattoo. I love it. I got it in white. I was gonna get it in glow in the dark ink, and apparently that. Whoa! My whole computer just freaked out. Sorry. I'm already feeling the coffee. I'm already like kind of like, hey, what was I saying? I was going to get it in glow in the dark ink, but they advised against it because glow in the dark ink is one of millions of things that apparently can maybe possibly give you cancer. It's like everything. Why does everything possibly give you cancer? Glow in the dark would have been awesome. Not glow in the dark. It's like black light. But it would have been so cool. So cool. I love blacklight tattoos. BT dub. There's a girl that I know that has like a big flower on her in blacklight. It looks so cool because you can't see it. And then she's under blacklight and it's like just glowing everywhere. It looks so cool. I love tattoos. I know a lot of people that really hate tattoos and don't like them at all, and I love them. I don't know. There's like a part of my brain that just like latches onto them and just loves them. Love you, Dodger. I love you. I love all of you. I'm so there are like 10,000 of you right now. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for showing up and just like hanging out with me. Whatever we wind up doing on this live stream, I hope that you guys have fun. And I always have fun when I get to like just hang out with you guys and do whatever. So, and also now that I'm not working, now that I'm not working in a way that isn't YouTube related, I'm planning on doing a lot more live streams. I know I've said that in the past, but I might actually have the time to do it now. So I think that would be fun. I'd like to do more of these because they are fun. There's just, it's not a medium that I totally get yet, but I'm getting it more since we've been doing the podcast. The podcast is so fun, by the way. I love doing the TGS podcast a lot. I love TB and Jesse. They're amazing, and all of the guests that we've had have been great. And we have like so much fun doing it. What's happening? People blowing up my phone. I'm gonna silence you again. Oh shoot! Oh no, I have another hey tell. Is it from John? Hold on. Let's find out.
How long are you live streaming for?
I'm live streaming until midnight, John. This is a 12-hour live stream. Started at noon. There's like a weird slur that I feel like I have to use when I'm talking to JonTron. Like it's his language. Like he wouldn't understand me if I were talking to him like a normal person. Oh no. Okay. Yes. Oh man. Did the chat freeze? Chat froze for me. Everything's going wrong right now. Let's reload it. Shall we reload it? I think we shall. Go, 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 go! I believe in you, I believe in you. You have the skills, you have the technology. No, I don't want the ad! This advertisement directly supports dexterity bonus. Heck yeah, it does. Still doesn't mean I can't find it super obnoxious that it exists. And chat isn't loading now. What's happening? What's going on? My camera is focusing on my mic? What? Why? Why you do that? Hold up. Why is it focusing on my mic? I feel... Oh, new plop flavor is still up. Yeah, can we figure out what that new plop flavor is while that chat is trying to reload? New. What about just new plop? Swedish plop lovers report joyless chocolate. What? What is this? What's happening? Sweden edition. Love-hungry Swedish consumers have reported Scandinavian chocolate giant Cloetta to the Swedish Consumer Agency after the company's false promises of finding love and joy in a bag of candy. What? Okay, I need to go away. I need to leave that. I love the world. I love the internet that I can find this stuff right now. The chat isn't loading. All right, let's refresh again, I guess. Oh, that's a 3D painting thing. Plop food. I want the. Can't. Plop, gooey, brown, and tasty. Oh, internet. Yeah, there's the. Okay, wait. There's the plop. I see it. It's real. There's the licorice plop. I don't see a new flavor, you guys. I think that you're trolling. I think you're trolling. Whoa, wait. Oh, that looks like just an old wrapper. I think that's just. I think that is an old wrapper, you guys. What? Okay. You know what? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. The chat, like, straight up won't load. This is so sad. What is happening? What if I... What if I pop the chat out? Then what? Twitch? Then what? Then nothing. Too many people? People are saying it's taking like 15 to 20 minutes for chat to load. What? What? That is cray-cray. That's cray, guys. That is cray. Y'all are talking so much. So many things happening. It's gonna take 15 minutes for this to load? What do we do? Okay, wait. Let's just... This is why it's good that I put these amazing questions off to the side. Okay, I have a bunch of questions from the video that I did saying that I was going to do the live stream and asking for possible questions, hilarious or otherwise, to answer. So let's look at these. I didn't plan out an answer, so if some of these make me go for a really long time, that's why. How long does it take you to figure out what your intro text is going to be? From Semi Brad. Okay, like on my gaming news episodes, I have like right at the beginning when the music is playing, there's just like random text. Sometimes that takes me forever. I've been asked before how long it takes me to come up with the titles of my videos. No time. It takes me no time. I pop that out in a hot second. But the intro text, for whatever reason, takes me forever. Sometimes I write something and I'm like, that's dumb. But it's never not dumb. It's always dumb. But sometimes it's a brand of dumb that I'm just not okay with in the moment. I'm like, no, this isn't working. I need something else. And it's, I don't know. It's so weird. It does take me a while sometimes, though. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. Or, sometimes I'll write something on there, and then I'll go to render the video, and then I'll realize that it's written, like, the spelling is wrong on it, or that it doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, should I change that? I don't know. These are the problems. These are the issues. I have stopped a rendering before so that I could rewrite the intro text. This you didn't expect that's how much thought I put into it. But it's true. This happens. Also, at the end, with the end credits, the whatever like extra clip is gonna go at the end. Sometimes if I don't have a really obvious blooper to put there, uh, it takes me a while to figure out what should go there. Especially if sometimes I make videos where I don't do anything funny. It's just like a really serious video and I've done nothing ridiculous and I'm like, I don't even know, I don't know what to put there. Nothing. But there always has to be something, right? There always has to be something. All these thoughts, all these really deep thoughts about my gaming news show. Man, my brain. Okay. What is another question? What movie does everyone seem to like, but you just find it pretentious, artsy, or boring? That is one of the Yaku to the Mo questions. Okay. The movie Closer is also a play, and I loathe it. I loathe it. And everybody that I went to college with loves it. Thinks that it is such a profound, interesting study of human relationships. And I'm like, no. This movie just made me angry, and the play just makes me angry. I really, really don't like them. I'm not sure. It's one of those movies where, and I don't want to say this because it's going to make it sound like I don't like endings that upset me or anger me, because I do. I do like them if it feels like I got something out of the story, right? But with Closer, the entire movie, nobody grows. Nobody does any changing whatsoever. Everybody stays exactly the same. They're all terrible people. And at the end, you're just like, what? It it upsets me so much that so many people love that movie and that play. And I know that the play and the movie are different, but the movie specifically, sometimes my friends would do like they would watch it over and over and over again because they thought it was such an amazing movie. And I was like, no, this movie isn't amazing. It's just like super obnoxious. It's a movie that, this is the last thing I'll say about it. It is a movie that when you walk away from it, you feel like inherently distrustful of the people around you. And I don't like that feeling at all. I don't like looking at people and going, I wonder what your romantic life is like and if you are actually a terrible person. I don't like that. I don't want to think about that. I don't care. But after watching that movie, I do care. I'm like, I want to know. I want to know, are you terrible? I don't know, because and now so many of you are going to watch that movie and be like, it's not as bad as you made it sound. By the way, speaking of movies that everybody is saying is bad, everybody that I know saw Prometheus and said that it was terrible. And I went and I thought it was good. And the argument that I keep hearing, I'm not going to spoil you guys. I'm not going to spoil you guys. The argument that I keep hearing is that there are a lot of plot holes, which I don't think that's true. I think that there are a lot of unanswered questions, which is fine. I'm totally cool with unanswered questions. And also, some of the things that people are like, this didn't make any sense. I'm like, if you apply common sense, it does. I don't know. Maybe that's hard. Like, it's really, yes. There were a couple points where I went, but overall, I thought that the movie was good. And I'm so glad I can't see chat right now because I think a lot of you are probably like, that movie was not good. I liked it. And I think that it should be given a shot. But I also went in with extremely low expectations. So maybe I've actually ruined the movie for you now, telling you that I thought it was good, because now you're going to go, oh, maybe it's good. And then walk in there and be like, I went in there thinking, okay, I love Aliens. Aliens is one of the best movies ever. So I'm hoping that there are at least some elements of this that remind me of that, and I'll latch onto those and enjoy those even if everything else sucks. And there was plenty that I liked. There was plenty that I thought was worth my time. And at the end of the movie, I was like, excellent. I liked it. Would I say that it is worthy of billions of awards? No. No, I would not. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, the chat loaded! Oh my gosh, the chat loaded! The chat loaded! Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh! I'm so excited. It's been so long. I've missed you all so much. Oh, I'm so worried that it's gonna freeze again. Oh man. I'm like worried. I'm like scared to do anything because I'm like, the chat, it's back. Sherlock cat. You guys want to see? Oh, he's sleeping. He's gonna be so. Let's. I'm gonna go grab Sherlock cat as as a celebration. Yay, we got the chat loaded. I know, huh? Oh, you're so cute. Ugh. My big Bombay kitty. Here he is. Oh, you're like half asleep in my arms. This is so cute. Ugh. There he is. What are you doing? Oh, he's so sleepy. He's like, no, this is not happening. This is not fun right now. Oh, now I don't know what to do. Do you want to just like sit on my lap? Do you want to try to fall asleep on my lap while I talk to everybody? You're probably going to leave like immediately, but okay, hold up. I can maneuver this. I can do this. Ugh. Here we go. And here we go. Beep. There you go. Yay! Oh god, I need to clip his nails. Oh! He's kneading my knee right now and it hurts so bad. Shh. Oh. You're so cute. Oh, some of you guys have to leave. That's okay. You're beautiful and amazing. Thank you for showing up at all. It's not a big deal. I won't hold it against you, etc. Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna ignore you guys for my cat, but my cat is pretty awesome. You guys asked to see him. This is not my fault. He's just all sleepy and adorable right now. Normally when I come home, because he's so used to me going to work, so I'm adjusting to being home a lot, and he's adjusting to not sleeping all day. So normally in the middle of the day is when he's the most pliable. He's just like, I normally sleep during all of this time. What are you doing? But, at night, dudes. Okay, for those of you who have not heard the story, he kills my socks and brings them to me. He also kills my gloves, but he's big into killing my socks. And last night, he climbed up my ladder and delivered unto me 6 socks in the middle of the night. And when I woke up, because, I was like sleepy, I was like, whatever, cat, whatever. I didn't realize that they were 6 different socks. So in the morning, I like rolled over and was like, what is under me? And there were just a pile of socks right next to my face. Just waiting for me. Just all of these amazing dead things that he had brought me. It's like, oh, he was so rambunctious. And I was like, I'm not having any of this right now. I have no desire whatsoever to wake up and play with you with these amazing socks you've brought me. Oh my gosh, chat is going so fast. Wait, is this back in slow? No, it's not in slow mode anymore. That's a problem. Okay. It's back in slow mode, I think. I kicked you. No! Oh man. Okay. Wait, is it in slow mode or did it just freeze again? No, don't do this to me. Don't do it. Can I just clear it? Can that be a thing? Yay! Oh man. Oh my goodness. You guys are talking so much. It's crazy. Whew. Dudes. There's so many of you. I don't even know what to do with you. There's so much going on. A lot of my friends recently have on their live streams, they've done like a subscribers only chat. Obviously, I don't stream enough to even be like, would you like to subscribe to my stream? It's gonna be like totally worth it. But I feel like that was so sad. Like if you're a new person who's coming into it, I guess if you have a lot of people that consistently watch you and you have a lot of subscribers, then why not? But it makes me so sad when I go to somebody's channel and I can't chat because they have subscribers only, and I'm like, oh, I can't even like interact. Like I have no way to interact unless I'm subscribed to you. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. That sounds sad. Also, my hair is obnoxious right now. Where? Ah, whatever. Whatever. Would you ever consider getting a second cat? A Watson cat? Absolutely. I would absolutely consider getting a Watson cat. Ro wants to get a dog. So we're going to see. If she winds up getting a dog, then obviously he will have a little friend. And I will probably refer to whatever dog she gets as Inspector Lestrade. But I would love, someday, I really do want to get a Watson cat so that he has a friend and they can go on adventures together and it'll be so cute. Yes. I've thought about this quite a bit. I don't know if you can tell. Um, it would be an amazing thing, though. And if I got a lady cat, it could be Irene cat. Oh my gosh, you guys. There is... So right now I have my Witcher 2 cell phone cover, which I love. But somebody found a really cool painted Irene Adler one on Society 6, and I was like, my phone's name is Irene. My phone does do the Irene moan. Oh, maybe I should change it, but it won't be... CD Projekt dudes are awesome. I don't know how many of you guys have played the Witcher games. I don't know how many of you guys even know who CD Projekt is, but they are an amazing company. And their cell phone covers are like two-layered. They're the awesome two-layered ones. So like there's the like jelly layer, and then there's the hard layer. Those are the best cell phone covers. And when I realized that the cell phone cover they had given me after I talked to them was one of these like really high quality awesome ones, I was like, what? I'm gonna use this forever. Or until one part of this breaks. Which might be soon, knowing me and how often I drop my phone. Or or throw my phone. I threw I threw my phone not too long ago because it was going to be hitting just cushion, but it didn't hit cushion. It straight up blew past the cushion and hit the wall. I was like, I am the worst technology owner ever. Worst ever. I should not be allowed to have anything, to really own anything. It was terrible. That hasn't been since I've had this. That was when I had a flimsier cover. I was like, well, my phone isn't working anymore. Although apparently somebody had one of these phones and went skydiving and dropped their phone and used GPS to find it again, and the phone still worked. I was like, dang, Steve Jobs. Well done. What just happened in chat? Dance party. What is that? That is an obnoxious thing, but it was kind of pretty. Daughter, my kitty is a British Bombay kitty too. Yay! I just recently found out not to talk about my cat constantly. I'm so sorry. I never should have brought him in here. I recently found out the breed of my cat, which is hilarious to me for many reasons, because my cat's name is Sherlock. He's this big like panther black cat, and I've always just thought he was an American Shorthair. And then I was talking with somebody who works with cats a lot, and I was told that he is a British Bombay kitty. And I was like, he's a British cat named Sherlock? Are you kidding me? And British Bombay cats are well known for being extremely smart. I was like, what? It's like everything worked out. It's like the universe knew that I wanted this out of my cat, which means that I just need to get some form of cat to be a Watson cat that is really loyal and likes ladies, flirts with everything. I don't know. We'll find him. We'll find our Watson cat. It will be a magical day. And they will hate each other. It will be perfect. They will be the perfect companions. Wouldn't that be depressing if I got a Watson cat and they hated each other? I'd be like, no! Everything's going wrong. Everything went so well up to this point. Depression. Okay. Play and game. I should play a game. Oh, gosh. Wait. Wait, what? Just a second. I'm so sorry. I'm reading something about the chat commands. Okay, we're gonna try something to help chat. Because I love you guys, but I feel like you are exploding. Exploding all over the universe. Okay. What? What are you trying to tell me, Twitch? Learn to speed read. I should, man. Um. um Stop. Stop with the big graphics. Pop you in the nose. Timo hat? I'll bust out the Timo hat if we wind up playing LOL later. You know what? We don't need JonTron. We don't really. Oh, JonTron, I miss you though. I want JonTron involved. Uh, all right. Oh no, did it freeze? Oh, oh. What is happening? What's happening? What's happening? Oh. So much. So many people. Too much chat. We gotta fix chat, guys, because it's having issues. Ah! Ha! Fantastic. Day 9 agrees that Closer is a terrible movie. I'm really glad that I'm not the only one in the world that hates that movie, because, my goodness. I just really want to do this because I haven't switched to any other, like, view yet. Oh, Kitty, what are you doing? Oh, just laying down. I thought he was gonna pounce on something, and I was like, oh, Kitty, what are you gonna pounce on? What are you gonna attack? Nothing. Um. Man. I don't know. I don't know what to do. There's so many of you. Slow mode's on, dude. So many people are like, turn on slow mode. Slow mode's on. Slow mode is on. It's happening right now. Alright, well, okay. Oh. Uh. Okay. I think we're gonna have some more mods. That will help. That will help a lot. Uh... Sorry, this is so boring right now, you guys. I'm just trying to fix stuff. Uh... What just happened? What just happened? Ah! Hmm. Okay, well, you know what? It's gonna be cray cray no matter what we do right now. We have a couple more mods now, so thank you guys for being patient. Really sorry about this. There are just too many awesome, amazing people in here, so there's not a whole lot that we can do, but we can still like hang out and stuff. And there are over 11,000 of you watching this right now. So many peoples. So many people is happening. All right. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we discussing? The whole conversation got halted because I got distracted by the chat, like, blowing up. Dodger has more viewers than all the LOL channels. No! Oh no! I'm so sorry. League of Legends people, I'm so sorry. I feel bad being on Twitch right now instead of just in TV because I'm not playing a game right now. I'm going to be playing games later, but right now we're just BSing. Like, shouldn't even be on Twitch, but it's a Twitch channel, so this is happening. It's a gaming channel. I promise gaming will happen eventually, just not right now. Still like figuring everything out. We're relaxing. We're maxing relaxing. Here's my relax pose. We got this. There it is. There it is. Pose, 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 pose. Okay, that actually did help. I actually do feel more relaxed right now. No Minecraft. I'm not going to play Minecraft because I think every single live stream I've ever done, I've played Minecraft. Like, literally every single one. It's just a very easy game to live stream, you know? Oh my gosh, Anaris, one of my roommates, he has been playing Minecraft so much because he downloaded like a mod pack that just makes the game insane. And it looks awesome. He was telling me that he wants to show me everything that he's been doing. He's been doing it with my old boss David. They've been working on it together, and it sounds so cool. I haven't actually seen any of it though. I've only heard storybooks and songs, so I need to check that out at some point. But apparently there's like, I don't know. I don't play Minecraft very much, so I don't know how insane the mods have gotten at this point. But it sounds like they're getting pretty nuts. There are a lot of crazy things you can do in that game now, which is cool. I love because Anaris was saying, yeah, it feels kind of like the way that the game should have been, right? It feels like Minecraft should have been this game without the mods. But isn't it awesome that Minecraft wound up being this really like basic game that people could build on top of, that you could just create something totally different and add so many interesting things on top of it because it was such a basic game. Like, I just think that's really cool that every time you play something like an awesome mod on top of Minecraft, you know that somebody else in the community made it. Like, I always think that's really cool. That's one of the things I always loved about The Sims. I go through stages with The Sims. I go through stages where I'll play for like 2 days. I'll play really hard for 2 days and then I'll stop caring. So I never had, 5 generations of families or anything like that. But I did always love that you could go onto like forums and things and be like, oh, somebody took that mesh and made it even better and made the most amazing hairstyle ever. I gotta have that. That was always really cool. It's like, man, people just hanging out, loving the game, and making their own stuff. Although they make it so hard now. EA, why you make it so hard? Why you make it so hard to do fun things with your games? I don't understand. I don't get your logic. It upsets me. It looks like it's going way slower now. I shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna ruin it. Now I'm stuck in like, oh no mode again. But oh no. Yep, it's still going fast. Never mind. I shouldn't have said anything. What did I do? Raspberry Plop? Wait, come back! Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Wait. I think maybe we found the new flavor of Plop. Hold on. Raspberry Plop. Oops. Oh. Raspberry Plop. Is it a thing? Is it a thing? Images. A thingu? Is it a thingu? I don't know, is it? If there's Raspberry Plop, I want to try. Ah! Oh my gosh! I think there is. Guys, I think that there's a Raspberry Plop. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. I'm gonna have to try it. I'm gonna have to try Raspberry Plop. Everybody has got to stop sending me food, though. I love you guys so much, and I love trying food from all these other countries. But we have an ant problem at our house, and they love my boxes. No joke necessary. No joke necessary. But seriously, like, if I haven't had time to film a thank you video, then the ants are like, "Is this candy?" And they just get so excited. They just eat all of it. It's the worst. Then we have ants everywhere. We need a dude. We need the dude to come out and be like, yo, I'm gonna help you out. Because seriously, we've been having so many issues with ants. The ants were swarming Chris's room this morning. They were all over our sink this morning. I somehow, I don't know how, I don't know if I've just fought them off enough times now. I somehow have not had an ant issue again since the last big attack. Maybe they've accepted me as their queen. I don't want to be your queen. Ants, I don't want to be yours. I appreciate your servitude, but I don't want you in my life. I hate ants so much. I don't mind, like, singular ants. And I think ants, in general, are amazing from, like, a scientific perspective. I'm like, oh, ants are so cool. A lot of them freak me out. Ever since there were millions of ants in my pants and I put my pants on, never again. Ants are not okay. Like, That's what I imagine every time. Whenever I see a bunch of ants, I imagine them being all over my legs. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It's gross. Gross. Hey Dodger, what is your opinion on bronies? I don't know why bronies get so much hate. I don't understand why all the hate. It's the same with furries. I don't understand why furries get so much hate either. I'm like, it's just like hanging out, loving what they love. It's not like a big deal. I don't know why we gotta turn it into a big deal. Just let these communities be themselves and do their thing. We don't need to get all intense about it. People ask me about bronies all the time. I think ever since I said that I was going to try out My Little Ponies. I haven't watched any more of that, by the way. The fiending stopped. The fiending stopped. It was like I was parting my ways with a drug. But I don't know. I'm just like I don't understand why it's gotta be a big deal. It doesn't need to be a big deal, I don't think. It's kind of like do your thing. That's how I feel about most things. Most of the time when people are upset about something, I'm like, do your thing. You're not hurting anybody unless, you know, they're like into that. If they're into that, then sure, whatever. But if you're just like doing your thing on your own time, whatever, right? That's kind of how I feel. Like we don't need to be all up in everybody else's business. We all have an entire life that we need to try to keep on track. Some of you have like kids. You have kids that you need to try to keep on track, spouses that you're like trying to coexist with, like make sure that everything's all hunky-dory and happy. You got all sorts of your own personal things going on. You don't need to be all involved in everybody else's lives that way. But it's good to be knowledgeable, right? It's good to know things about the world and about other people that way. But I don't think that we need to be negative about it. Those are my thoughts. That's my feelings on bronies. There it is. My feelings on bronies and the universe. Can that be a book? I'm going to write a book called My Feelings on Bronies and the Universe, and it's going to be great. And the cover is going to be really weird. I think if I were to write a book, though, the cover would be weird no matter what. I don't think that I could make a book that looked normal. Like a book... You know, like those Nicholas Sparks books? It just looks so intense. Or like Nora Roberts books with the like... Okay, my mom used to be addicted to Nora Roberts books. Like she read all of them. And I loved them because they always had like some weird like floral on it that would be raised. It was like these novels, the cover, it would be a paperback book, but like some weird part of the cover would be like raised. Like they just took the time. Oh, I loved it. It was great. It was great. Nora Roberts books. Nora Roberts writes so much. She even has a pseudonym. She has two names that she writes under. Why? I don't understand. What's the point of having a pseudonym if you're already a big thing, right? I don't get it. I don't understand. How much cocaine does she smoke? None! In high school? Have I ever told you guys this? In high school, I had a friend, a really close friend named Lucas. He and I knew each other for years, and he decided one day that he was going to try to convince everybody in our choir that I did speed. He was going to try to convince everybody because I go through moments of being like really quiet, really, really quiet, and then I'll have moments where I just like have so much energy. I've always been a fairly positive person. I'm always pretty happy. But you know, it's life. You have really high energy moments and you have really quiet moments. And it seemed like every time I went into class, it was one or the other. I was either just exhausted because I had just eaten so much food and I'm like a toddler and I just want to nap after I eat, or I would just be like bouncing off the walls, so excited. Maybe I had had some coffee. Pretty good possibility. But my friend Lucas decided he was going to convince everybody, and it started a thing. People were concerned for me. I was like, I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs. There are no drugs that I am doing right now. This is just like my, oh. But that was hard to convince people of. Because they'd be like, that's exactly what somebody who was addicted to drugs would say, that they don't do drugs. I'm like, no, yeah, those were good times. That was probably like the most exciting my high school life got. Was trying to convince people that I didn't do speed. Fortunately, they never made me go to a counselor or anything. I think that would have been the moment where I was like, okay, this was a joke. It got way out of hand. This is not my fault. And caffeine is a drug. That is true. What constitutes a drug? Something that you can get addicted to? Caffeine would count as a drug then. But then, would marijuana count as a drug since you get mentally addicted to it rather than physically? These are questions. These are massive questions. So somebody is going to be like, I know the exact definition. Or you're going to look it up. Wiki that. Oh, or you're going to just put massive graphics in the chat. No, it's cool. It's fine. No, oh, somebody posted it! You know what? Never mind. I'm just going to search it myself. What is drug? In the search. A substance that has a physiological effect when ingested or otherwise introduced into the body in particular. So then is marijuana not a drug, technically? I guess. I don't know. Have we as society just decided that it is? I literally don't do any drugs. Like, well, except if we're, okay. Coffee. And alcohol sometimes. But I don't drink very often. I don't like smoke anything. I just drink a lot of coffee. I drink a lot of coffee. But I can go a long time without drinking coffee and be totally fine. I have tested this recently. I don't get my professor used to get the most incredible headaches. He would be so angry. He was the worst when he hadn't had coffee. Like, we could not handle it. Could not handle it. He threw a cup one time. Oh my gosh! He threw a mug one time at the wall and it just shattered. In the middle of class, we were like, I gotta go. It was so terrifying. It was like, you know those moments when you just don't know what to do? You're like, one of the girls started crying. It was a problem. He was tenured, so it's not like he could get fired over doing that, but like, he was telling us about something, he was so intense about it, and then, God, what even happened? A girl said something to him, and he just flipped out and threw his... I know that, I don't know, I've interacted with a lot of teachers who have done weird things. I've had teachers be arrested before. The principal of our school was arrested for the possible murder of his wife. I haven't had like a whole lot of luck with teachers. I don't know, man. There's a lot going on, apparently. People be crazy when you grow up in Oregon. I miss Oregon a lot, by the way. Oregon is the best. I miss trees a lot. I miss the foliage. When we were in South Carolina, that was one of the things that I got so excited about. I was like, it's too hot here. It is so humid. I just want to die. But there are trees everywhere. They have a lot of really beautiful growth out there that I got so excited about. Every time we were in the car, like if the AC was on and I could really enjoy it, I was like, man, this is beautiful. And the marshes, oh my gosh. We don't have like marshland or anything like that in Oregon, really. We have like wetlands, but I don't know, they're not the same. They don't look the same. They don't have the same ecosystem. And driving out there, like when we were driving from Charleston to Savannah, that drive was beautiful because it was tons of trees, tons of bushes, and then suddenly it was just like swamp. I was like, what? So cool. So pretty. Especially when the sun was going down. Great. It was great. And did the drive with Satine Phoenix. And she is such like an amazing like motherly person. So like the entire drive I like to eat. You should know that before I continue. Um, the entire drive, she was offering me food. She just had this lunchbox, Mary Poppins style, where she just reached in more food kept coming out. She was like, "Oh, do you want these like chocolate covered espresso beans?" And I was like, "I'm out of coffee, so yeah. I don't like chocolate very much, but yes, espresso beans." And then she was like, "Oh, I have this huge thing filled with nuts. You want some nuts? Oh, I chopped up all of these apricots. If you want some apricots. Oh, I've got all of this crazy trail mix. Do you want this trail mix?" And I was like, "This is the best. This is the best trip ever." Any trip where at any moment there are like 8 containers with food and I've been told, "Please eat as much of it as you want." I'm like, wonderful, wonderful. I'm going to get through this entire road trip just fine. Oh, also, I got made fun of so hard. I know that I do this, but I've never had somebody like act it out for me. That apparently when I am falling asleep in like a car or in a plane, Chloe Dykstra called me out hardcore. She like stared at me while I was falling asleep. I apparently do this. It's like super violent. Are you ready? I do the normal like, but then it like it takes a turn for the worse. I do like like freak out. Like it starts off so normal. It starts off so just like, okay, falling asleep. And then I guess I just like I have this moment where I can't get comfortable. And so I'm just like freaking out. She said I just flailed a ton. Oh, also, when I was on the plane, I was next to the window, right? And typically people say that being next to the window is the best if you fall asleep. But what I kept doing, here's the window and here's like any of you who've been on a plane, I realize that not everybody has been on planes. I've been on planes a bunch in my life, but here's the window, and then the plastic part like bulges out from the window, right? I kept falling asleep and smacking my head on the plastic part. It was so loud every time. It woke every single time. I was like completely fell asleep and then smacked my head on the plastic. And I don't know how I didn't wind up with a bruise. I did it like 8 times during that flight from Georgia to LAX. Dumb. Super dumb. How did I even get here? What was I even talking about? Oh man, I don't know. Man, chat is way better now. Why do I keep saying that? Why do I keep saying that and ruining everything? No, it went faster. What am I doing? Why did I do that? Oh no. So stupid. Oh. What was it like growing up with such older siblings? Awesome. It's amazing growing up with older siblings. For me, at least. Because, okay, my sister, 17 years older than me. My brother is 11 years older than me. We are all very, very different people. So we never felt the need to compete with each other. We were all, for the most part, like my brother and I, we did this a little bit. But by the time I was born, it was only a year before my sister was pregnant with my nephew. So she had all of her life going by the time I was born. Jared only had a few years left before he was out of the house going to college. So for me, it was just kind of like, I don't know, there were only a few years there where I was like, oh, why is Jared so much cooler than me? Why does everybody like Jared so much more than me? Jared's so cool, I want to be just like Jared. But eventually, you realize all 3 of us are so completely different, and we all get along so well because we never... Jared and Chrissy were different. Jared and Chrissy like grew up together for the most part. But for me, at least, I get along so well with the both of them. Like, they're 2 of my best friends for sure. And they've, like, it's cool because I'm able to look up to both of them. And now that I'm at this age, we can all kind of discuss things as peers. I'm not like that awkwardly younger sister. Because when you have a sister and brother who's so much older than you, like, you you want so badly to be involved in their life, but you're so young. It's not like when there's a year between you and you can be like, oh well, I guess you can come hang out with my friends. It's like, no, you can't come hang out with my friends. You were like knee high to a duck. Are you kidding me? So now that I'm older, even more so than when I was younger, I appreciate them and I love having them in my life. And they're one of the things, like my family in general is it's really hard to be away from them. Because like I don't know. My brother is the type of person, he's like such a soulful person that he's the type of person who can calm you down really easily. And I'm pretty chill, but like when you're with him you're just relaxed, right? And my sister is the most hilarious person I've ever met in my life. And I love being around her. She just like brightens your spirits. She just makes you so happy. She can make anything funny. And I don't know, I strive to be like both of them still in different ways. And I love that there was never a whole lot of negativity between me and either of them. I got to have like my whole bratty growing up stage while they were out of the house and they didn't have to deal with me. So, yeah. I was the kid. Did this ever happen to you guys? So when we would be at dinner, I'd be wanting to tell everybody about my entire day. I needed to. It's like, you guys need to know all these amazing things that I did outside today while I was playing with my imaginary friends. I need to tell you everything. But I would get progressively louder. So my dad would every time I would be telling a story, almost every single night at dinner, my dad would have to look at me and he would like very gently put his hand on top of my hand and he'd say, we're right here. Which is like a really passive way to say, you don't need to yell. We're right here. And as a kid, I always got so butthurt. I was like, fine, I'm not going to tell you my story anyway. I don't need to tell you the rest of that story. You guys are going to be so upset. You're going to spend the rest of your night wondering what happened in the 100-acre forest. But I know, so it happens to me like all the time. Okay, yeah, I'm so glad that I'm not the only one that gets told, you need to be quieter. I don't get told that as often now because I grew up my whole life being told that. But I can be a very loud person. I can get like a little too ah! But I've learned to kind of notice it for the most part. Sometimes I notice it. I definitely know if I'm with other people and they are louder than me, like more obnoxious than me, I'm like, whoa. On a scale of 1 to 10, you are at a 15. You need to come back down. You are so insane. I have friends that like you go into a situation and they just start yelling. They just like need that attention. I'm like, you need to settle. You need to settle down. We are here to eat food and I don't want to be stared at while we're eating food because food is one of those things that I take very seriously and I don't want people staring at me while I eat. So I strive to not be that person. I strive to not be that friend that embarrasses everybody. Although, I have a friend in high school that whenever we would go eat, if there was a really cool song playing, I like do like a little bit of this, because I like to dance. I like to do my ditties. And she would get so embarrassed. It's like, I could be dancing quite a bit harder than I'm dancing right now. Like, this is not... Oh, this is a good song. This is a really good song. She'd be like, oh my god. I was like, what? Why are you so embarrassed by me? Try not to be that friend. So, yes. Could be worse. One of my friends seems like he's trying to... Oh, nope, it's gone. Dodger, what is your dream cosplay? Oh my gosh. My dream cosplay? I would love to do a really good Edward Elric cosplay. Like, take a lot of time on the arm, take a lot of time on all of the full metal. That would be so much fun. And I know that it's not, like, his actual outfit would not take that much time. It's not like that intense of an idea. But if I was able to do a really intricate arm, wait, which arm is it? It's his right arm. Yeah? I think it's his right arm. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to I'm like going through all of my nerdy databases. I'm trying to remember like when he does alchemy. I think it's his right arm. Right arm. Yes. Okay, good. You guys are helping me out here. Yeah. I have thought so many times. I have drawn up so many blueprints of things that I would like to make. When I first started this show, I talked about making Protoss legs. I have so many drawings of how I would make Protoss legs. They still exist. The drawings do. The actual like foam and all of that, I had it for so long and I just never did anything with it. And I was like, this is a project to pick up later, but for now, like I need less clutter in my life. So I wound up getting rid of the foam and gave it to a different prop shop. But oh my gosh, you guys, I figured it all out. I felt like I was in Adventure Time and I put on those crazy genius glasses. I figured it all out. I was staring at the Protoss legs and I was like, I think I know how to make these. I think I know what I would need to do in order to make these. And I started the project and I just never finished it because I was still in school and then just so many things happened and I lost the fervor for it, honestly. I lost like that desire in my heart to make them, but I still love thinking in my mind how I would make them. That's like my dad is always really surprised that I'm not better at math. Because I'm good at like spatial stuff. I'm good at machinery. Terrible at math. I'm really, really bad at math. Like the equation part of math. I can't do it. I can do it, but I don't like the way that they explain it in class. I was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't know. Like, this doesn't make any sense. I think if it was taught to me in a very visual way, I'd be fine. But because it's all numbers, I'm like, they're numbers! They're like lines! They're interconnecting lines. It doesn't make any sense. None of this makes sense. And then there's Ro. You guys might not know this. Ro is incredible at math. She is really, really good at math. She has the brain for it. People do not realize this. It shocks them because she seems so like, you know? For those of you who don't know, Ro is my roommate. One of 3 roommates. I keep forgetting that this isn't just like a coffee time that's going on like obnoxiously long. But I live with Anaris Starcraft, youtube.com/Anaris Starcraft. I live with Husky Starcraft, youtube.com/Husky Starcraft. And I live with Rosanna Pansino, youtube.com/Rosanna Pansino. Those are my 3 roommates and I love them so much. And we're all very, very specific personalities. Mike and I, my relationship with Mike is like brother from another mother. Like, he and I are just like bros to the core. Ro is just like an amazing girl that surprises people all the time, which is why I think that it's awesome that most people think like, oh, it's Ro, she's simple. She's simple, adorable Ro. And I'm like, no, she is hella smart. She's just not smart in the ways that people would expect her to be smart. She's just like, she's so good at math. She's so good at math and like being organized. Oh my god, I can't. Like, I was looking at her spreadsheets for taxes and I was like, what? I don't know what most of these are. I don't know what most of these lines are for. I don't understand any of this. And she was like, oh, it's like really simple. And she was like trying to explain to me. I was like, nope. I don't get it. I don't get any of this that's happening. She's like crazy smart in very specific ways. I am not crazy smart in any way. I think that I'm like a pretty like neutral zone person across the board. I can kind of stumble my way through everything. But I wasn't the person who would do something and everybody would be like, my goodness, it's incredible. What have you done? No, I'm not that person. But I think that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm alright with knowing that if I needed to do something, I'd be able to like kind of do it. I think that's kind of all you need. And practice makes perfect. Practice helps a lot. Practicing things that you really enjoy helps a lot. I keep forgetting there's coffee here. Then I'm like, I need more coffee. What superpower would I want if I could choose one? Shape-shifting. My go-to answer every single time. Shape-shifting is... it's the bee's knees, you guys. Shape-shifting would be the best. I don't know why anyone would choose anything different. I kind of get it. I kind of get why people would be like, oh, I would want to fly. But shape-shifting, you could be anybody. You could be anything. As long as, okay, I don't want to be a D&D shapeshifter. I don't want to be constrained by my size specifications. I don't want to look in a book and look myself up and be like, oh, I can only turn into medium-sized things. No. I would want to be able to turn into anything. I would want to be able to turn into any organism that allowed me to still have the brain power to change myself back. I think that's the trick. Because when you think about like, oh, I want to be able to turn into anything that's alive. Well, like, pretty much anything is alive, but things don't have consciousness, right? I don't want to be anything that wouldn't have consciousness or anything that couldn't formulate the idea of shape-shifting back into something else. These are tricky things. These are things that you would have to think about if there was a genie. There's like one of those crappy genies who was like, hey, I'll hook you up with some stuff. And you have to be really specific about your question. You gotta think through these things. I want to be a shapeshifter. But a shapeshifter that can only turn into certain kinds of things. If any of you ever read the Animorphs books, there was an entire series of Animorphs books that was about dinosaurs. It was like, you could turn into a dinosaur. Fantastic. But they were like overcome with dinosaur rage. They turned into these dinosaurs and they couldn't, like, they had to take a moment to like put their brain back the way that it needed to be so that they could figure out that they didn't want to be a dinosaur anymore. It was cray-cray. They were all like attacking each other. Insane. Animorphs! I haven't thought about Animorphs in forever. Forever. Dodger, you are smart. Oh! Thanks, guys. Thanks. You didn't see me in school, but I appreciate it. My favorite subject, this is the worst. I think I've had this conversation with people a lot. The worst is when your favorite subject is a subject that you are terrible at. I am really, really bad at biology. But I think biology is like the most interesting thing. It's so interesting. Anatomy and physiology, I did great at. That was my favorite class ever, but it was within like the biology sequence. So I had to take certain biology classes before I was allowed to cut things open. So I had to take all of these biology courses that I did not do great at. And they were like, you just have to memorize things. You just have to memorize them. And I was like, no, I don't want to memorize these things. I want to understand them is the problem. Like, that's what I always hated about math, is they were like, well, you know, you just have to memorize all of these specific equations, and then you have to realize when you need to apply the equation. I'm like, what is it doing? Nobody can explain that to me. That is the worst. That is the worst part of math, is going into a class and having them say, okay, if you use this equation right here, you'll get your answer. And if you ask why that works, it's like a convoluted mess. Nobody can explain that to you. That was the way it was for me with biology, is they wanted me to, like, memorize specific answers. This is much less so than math. Math, I think, is much more along the lines of you memorize things, but you don't know what they mean. With biology, you can understand them, but they encourage you, school encourages you to learn specifically the things that you know will be on a test, not to actually learn. And I hate that. I hate it. That's why I loved art classes. It's all studio. So you just sit there for like 3 hours. They say, hey, take out your charcoal. Here's like a bunny and a slipper. Go ahead and draw that with your charcoal. And you're like, dope. And then, you know, they walk around and they help you with your technique. They help assist you. But it's a totally different thing than book smart classes. I can't do book smart classes. Book smart classes are so hard. History? Ugh! I can't do history because I'm bad with numbers. It all comes full circle. It's the... I'm so glad I'm out of school. I'm so glad I don't have to do classes anymore. But sometimes I crave it. Sometimes I wish I could go back to school. I miss science classes a lot. I actually looked up an anatomy and physiology 3-course sequence that is happening at a community college nearby. And I was like, I could take anatomy and physiology again. That would be so dope. Nope. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it because there would be no point. I have a degree. What would I get out of it? I would get to play with goat eyes again. Goat eyes are super interesting to look at, by the way. I would get to play with like body parts and things. That's what I would want. But it's not like I wouldn't actually get anything out of it except for that like really morbid side of me would be exercised a little bit, and then I would come home and go, I spent so much money on that class. There was no point. There was no purpose. Ugh. I'm the other way around. I'm bad in arts. Oh. Well, I guess that's the way it works, huh? Most people are better at one or the other. I'm really jealous of people who are really book smart, who are really good at classes like that, because I think that you get more out of them, I feel like. I don't know, maybe that's not true. I guess everybody would feel that way. Like if you went into a class and you thought it was interesting, but you felt like you weren't getting very much out of it because it was taught in a way that didn't correspond with your brain, with like the type of learner that you are. I can see why no matter what course it was, it would be frustrating for you. But I'm very visual. I'm extremely visual. I had to take one of those tests. I think on Coffee Time I've talked about this before. I had to take a test at one point where they determined whether your brain... Was this in private school? It must have been. I don't think that they could have gotten away with this at a public school. So I had to take a test one time where they determined whether your brain worked in a more masculine way or in a more feminine way. Which is basically like... They would test you on matching, on like memorizing. They would test you on colors, and then they would test you on spatial awareness, things like that. The test 100% thought that I was a dude because my memory is terrible, and all of the spatial stuff where it was like, here's a shape. Now you have 5 seconds to figure out which of these other shape is the exact shape except like in a different way. Those are so easy for me. But all the other stuff, I was like, memorizing? Nope. I'm done. Done. I'm amazing at languages and used to be great at math until you realize that you weren't interested in it. Oh, that would be upsetting. To be really good at something, but to not like it all that much. That would suck. There's a girl that I know who has an amazing singing voice, and everybody in her life is really pressuring her to be a singer, and she doesn't like music. She has no interest in music. Like, she likes music, but not in a way where she's like, oh, I want this to be my life. Isn't that rough? When people in your life are like, you're really good at this thing, you should do this thing. You're like, I don't want to do that, though. I think that would be even harder if you were really good at it. Like, it's hard enough the people that I know that have parents or friends that are pressuring them to do a specific job because it would, give them more money or make them more successful, whatever, that way. But to be really good at something and have people be like, you need to do this. And you're like, no, just because I'm good at it doesn't mean I need to do it. Like, it's not a passion for me, right? It's got to be all about your passions, what makes you happy. What can give you that happy life that you really want. Yeah? I don't know. That would be really frustrating. Again, I haven't really experienced that. Like having somebody be like, you are incredible at this one thing, why aren't you doing that? I've never had that. But I can see where that would be a frustrating thing. We got all deep on this 12-hour live stream. The first 2 hours of this it's been 2 hours! This is what happens. I ramble. I am so sorry. Dodger, do you still think you're a tomboy? Oh, yeah, for sure. Some people... I had a lot of makeup on yesterday. Thank goodness that's over. I was gonna try to keep those, like, that second set of eyelashes on. Just because, like, I never have fake eyelashes on, and I was like, ha ha ha, but they started to peel and it got obnoxious, so I was like, nope. Not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with it. That was the best though. Last night, just rubbing makeup remover all over my face and just being like, yes, it's gone, it's gone. Oh, I loved that. It was incredible. But it's hard to say like what determines a tomboy, you know? Because I know girls that have very masculine personalities, but wear only dresses. It's like, well, you know, I think there are different elements that determine like that tomboy element. But again, it's just yet another label, and labels are silly. So that's my easy way around that question. Labels are dumb. So the end, etc. Play Robot Unicorn Attack? Never again. I'm never playing Robot Unicorn Attack on a stream again. Do you guys remember 24-hour stream last April? Playing Robot Unicorn Attack, so delirious, it was like 3 in the morning, and I did not realize that A, the game sounds were so loud, and B, that you guys could only see my face, that I was not showing the game whatsoever. That's one of those points in that stream that I'm like, I'm never watching that. Even if somebody makes a highlight of it, I'm never watching that because I must have seemed, I was just like, I think I was just sitting there giggling. I can't even remember. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous. That's when I started to go crazy. When I was just like, when Courtney was passed out behind me, and it was just me like, going nuts by myself. Oh my goodness. Labels are dildos. I agree. I've been Metalocalypse fiending lately. I didn't get to watch the newest episode! If you guys show me spoilers, I'll kill you. There's a new Metalocalypse episode, and I'm so excited for iTunes to give it to me because I'm gonna watch it so hard. It's gonna be amazing. This newest season is great. I didn't even realize there was a new season of Metalocalypse, and now that I do, I've rewatched like all of the new episodes, I think 4 or 5 times already. I don't know. It's one of those shows that just like love. I love that show so much. Somebody asked me, there were a bunch of like, oh wait, hold up, guys, hold on. I'm kidding, like, I didn't even realize. No, I didn't change the title. Oh gosh. I'm getting called out so hard right now. The live stream is happening. The lice stream. Should I just leave it? The live stream is happening right now. So what's up and stuff. There. Update. You guys happy now? Great. Okay. And then if I do that in all caps, does it work? Yes, it worked. Okay, great. Prank called Jesse. No, because just no. Okay, I think crisis averted. Okay, sorry. Alright, we're back. Will this be on as a VOD? I want to... I think I mentioned this, like, right when I started. Or maybe I hadn't even started yet. I hadn't even started yet when I mentioned this before. So, if you guys have a moment that you think is a good highlight, I would love to upload that. Since this is 12 hours long, I'd like to avoid uploading the entire thing to my YouTube because it will take days. And I don't think that it's all going to be worth going up on the YouTube. But if there's a moment that you guys think is really funny or good or whatever, feel free to highlight it or tell me about the highlight, like the timestamps, and I'll make that and upload that. But if I get like an extreme amount of people saying, "Oh my god, just upload the entire thing," then I'm fine. I will. Fine, guys, fine, whatever. It auto uploads to Twitch. It does. It does do that. But you can also, from Twitch, you can upload it to YouTube. It just takes a while. It just takes a really long time. And they don't give you a status bar, so you don't know. Well, last time, this was forever ago since I used this, actually. Last time that I used it, they didn't give you a status bar. They didn't tell you how far along it was or if they were even working on it. So you'd be like, is this going up right now? Because I don't know. Which was frustrating. But yes. Okay. I have to go to school. Oh, bye bye. I made the comment in my video yesterday that nobody was writing a thesis right now because it's summer. Apparently, that is dead wrong. So, to all of you right now who are doing school projects or writing a thesis or have year-long school, my high school was a year-long school, but it switched over to like nor- normal American school times right before I got there, I think. Wait, was it that way when my brother went there? Oh, Jar Jar. I can't remember if that's the thing. Ah, I don't know, guys. But yeah, that was always really interesting to me. Okay, here's another thing that has nothing to do with anything. Let's discuss another thing that has nothing to do with anything. So, two things that I thought would be really interesting to experience while I was in school and I never got to. One was uniforms. I wanted uniforms so badly. I wanted so badly to go to a school with uniforms and I never got to. I think because I was already like watching so much anime, like it was like glorified in my mind. I was like, "Oh, wear uniforms. They're so cute." And I would have been that awkward girl who insisted on wearing the uniform pants instead of the uniform skirt, and my mom would have been so upset. But I just wanted that. I wanted the uniforms, and I never got to have the uniforms. And the other thing that I wanted, just a taste of, was the year-round school because it was God. They get like 2 weeks off every now and then, but you have school all year. I was like, I don't know which is better, having a really long break off in summer or having like a couple weeks off every now and then. And in a farming town, it makes a lot more sense to have the summer off because then you can like help out on the farm, which is what I did. But man, would have been dope to have a couple weeks off, just like here you want a couple weeks, here I have another couple weeks, boom, boom, boom. I would have been like yes. Loved it. And when I got into college and suddenly Christmas breaks went from 2 weeks to a month, I was like, this is the best. This is the best. I loved that. Oh my goodness. Spring break was still only a week though. It's dumb. Super dumb. Yeah. Spacing out. Favorite region of the world? I haven't been everywhere. I don't know. Yeah. I like honestly can't answer that question because I've only been, okay, I've been in America, North America. I haven't been to Canada or South America anywhere. Uh, I have been to specific areas of Europe, but I've never been anywhere in Asia. I've never been anywhere in Africa. There are just so many areas that I really want to go to, but I haven't had the chance yet. I'm trying to plan like a short trip to Asia at some point. I'd love to go to Japan. Um, God, everywhere. I would love to go everywhere and then answer this question. Somebody out there with like tons of monies, just want to just drop some fliff on me and be like, "Hey, you want to go to every single country?" I'd be like, "Yes, I would love to." And right now you're thinking, there are some countries maybe you don't want to go to. No, I want, even if it's just like to step off and be like, all right, and then step back on the plane. That's great. I just want to go everywhere. And I want to know, okay, if I couldn't be a shapeshifter, going back to the, if you could have any superpower, if I couldn't be a shapeshifter, it would be learning all language instantly. That would be amazing. Like, the second you interact with somebody, you just figure it out. How cool would that be? It would be so cool. Ah, I would love that. Because